Let me ask, if you were to think with me for a few moments today about all of the problems we're facing in our world and begin to list them from like biggest to smallest. What are the biggest problems we're facing in our world? What things would come to mind? I mean, we may think of the war in Eastern Europe. We may think of the war in the Middle East, the deaths of so many thousands of people, the devastation, the threats of nuclear strike. We may think about the growing tensions in East Asia. But is war the greatest problem in our world? We may think about the hunger crisis that is unfolding, although we may not even be aware of it because the headlines haven't spoken much to it. But we're actually facing a greater hunger crisis in our world today than at any time in the last 4 decades. As many as 2 billion people in the world today will struggle to have a single meal to eat. 345 million, we are told, are on the verge of starving to death. Those are overwhelming numbers. That's an overwhelming. How do you fix that problem? Is that the world's greatest problem? Are you aware of the fact that there are more slaves today than at any point in human history? More than 50 million people around the world today live as forced laborers, modern day slaves. I mean, I could go on, just looking at what we might see in the headlines, what we might not see in the headlines, but are still global issues. But none of those things is the greatest problem we're facing in our world. The greatest problem we're facing in our world today, I believe I could communicate to you in a single word. And that word is lostness. Lostness, spiritual lostness. It's the condition of human beings, all of us included, who, because of our wrongdoing, our sin, we've rebelled against God, our relationship with Him has been broken. But why would I suggest to you, while people are literally fleeing for their lives from bullets and bombs, and while people are living as slaves, and while people are starving to death, that a spiritual condition is the greatest problem we're facing in our world? I could give you a long list of reasons, but I want us to focus in on 2 today. And the first is this: I believe lostness, spiritual lostness, is the greatest problem we're facing in our world today because it's the only problem that lasts. Most of the problems in life appear quickly, some last a lifetime, but most of them, at least by the end of life, are over. Will your Aggies do what needs to be done at 1 o'clock today? I asked for that, didn't I? I was cautioned about that. So, first ever College World Series championship on the line. Will the Astros catch up with the Mariners? How are the Texans looking this year? Lots of things that we might be worried about, concerned about. Are those real problems? Of course not. But we have real problems, don't we? Problems in our family, problems with the kids, problems taking care of aging parents, problems not only at home, problems at work, problems at school. We all have our problems. Problems with the checking account, problems with my lower back. But the good news is, I mean, you not sound like it, but the good news is all of those problems I've mentioned and every other problem in your life, the moment you die is over. Problem solved. But there is a problem that lasts forever. Because if a person dies, separated from God, a broken relationship because of sin, that problem will last for eternity.
Hey, thanks for watching. To find out more about Houston's First, you can subscribe to our channel or you can go to houstonsfirst.org.